Order. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
City of Romulus City Council regular meeting for Monday, December 1st, 2014. The roll will show that all members are present. Tonight's council meeting agenda is as follows. Number 1, agenda, 2, minutes, 3, petitioner, 4, chairperson's report, 5, mayor's report, 6A, clerk's report, 6B, treasurer's report, 7, public comment, 8, unfinished business, 9, new business, 10, communication, and 11, adjournment. And a motion would be in order to accept the council meeting agenda as presented.
So moved.
Support. Motion by Ms. Makowski, supported by Ms. Abdo for the approval of the agenda as presented. Ms. Makowski,
Yes.
Mr. Abdo,
Yes.
Ms. Choate,
Yes.
Mr. Kraut.
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe.
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth.
Yes.
Chair votes yes. Agenda approved.
Number 2, minutes. Item 2A for approval are the minutes from the regular council meeting held November 24th, 2014.
So moved for November 24th, 2014.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
could we approve those minutes with a correction under agenda item 6A1 to make this correction with resolution 14-484 and 14-488? They just failed to include the third part of that amended motion.
Sure.
Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you. Been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Ms. Choate, for approval of the minutes from the regular council meeting held November 24th, 2014,
That's correct.
and corrected minutes. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote. Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Choate?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Makowski?
Yes.
Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. Motion approved.
Item 2B for approval are the minutes from the special meetings held on Monday, November 24th, 2014. The first meeting was at 6 o'clock. This was a study session. The MABAS, which is the Mutual Aid Box Alarm System. At 6:15, there was a study session regarding the ordinance, Chapter 8, amendment to update the International Property Maintenance Code, and at 6:30 p.m., there was a public hearing regarding the demolition list 14-01.
So moved to approve the minutes as described by the clerk.
Support.
Been motioned by Ms. Makowski, supported by Ms. Choate, for the approval of the minutes that was read by the city clerk. Ms. Makowski?
Yes.
Ms. Choate?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. Motion approved.
3A, petitioners. We have a representative from Tierra Contracting Services Outdoor Storage. Presenting this evening, we have Von Martin from Wade Trim and Steve Manila from Tierra Contracting. If those gentlemen could please approach the podium this time.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I'm Zavon Martin. I work with Wade Trim and Associates. I'm here tonight on behalf of Terra Contracting seeking site plan and special land use approval for an outdoor storage area. With me is Steve Manila of Terra Contracting. And we also have in the audience Ed Berger, the landowner, as well, back in the corner here. So some of you may recall we were here back in the spring seeking the same approvals for an outdoor storage area that was actually on the site that Terra Contracting currently occupies. You folks are gracious enough to grant approval, but Terra Contracting could not come to terms with the owner to make that happen. So in order to keep the business going the way it is, we sought a Plan B out, which is to make use of the existing paved lot on the east side of Metroplex Drive, just south of the actual building. At this time, if you have any questions, we'd be happy to answer them.
Any question from council?
I'd just like to make a comment.
Yes, Ms. Roscoe.
that, They've come in front of the planning commission and they've got their ducks in a row. And going to Plan B was great instead of just dropping all your plans all together. And, I know you're utilizing a lot of the area, and plus you're gonna get that key for the back gate, correct? You're
We're
working on
currently
that?
working on that right now, yes.
So that's gonna give the fire department more access through that area and so on and so forth. But they did a really great presentation with the planning commission, and there was a lot of questions, and they had all the answers.
Thank you.
Just a quick comment, Mr. Vernon.
Yes, Ms.
So
Roscoe.
basically, everything is the same, you just moved the location. Is it the same space that you're utilizing, basically, within?
Yeah, this storage area, I think, is a little smaller than what was originally proposed because of the setback requirements.
Okay.
But it's it's the same equipment that would be going in that space.
All right, fine, no, good.
Great. Thank you, Mr. Wadsworth. Any other comments from?
Mr. Chair, if I just may
Yes,
say,
Ms. Kowski.
just in support of what Mrs. Roscoe just mentioned, just reviewing the package, it's consistent with the master plan. Our planning commission has recommended that we do approve that. You're using the existing vegetation for screening, and the use would be to store empty and / clean, is it frac tanks? Containers only, okay, so that's all I've got.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Mikowski. Any other questions? None? Motion?
If I could, Mr. Chairman, I'll move that we accept PC 2014-016/017 Matera Contracting Service Outdoor Storage, lot number 52.
Support.
Been motion by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Ms. Mikowski, for approval of PC 2014-016/017 Terra Contracting Services Outdoor Storage, Lot 52, Multiplex. Mr. Wadsworth.
Yes.
Ms. Mikowski.
Yes.
Mr. Roscoe.
Yes.
Mr. Kraut.
Yes.
Ms. Choate.
Yes.
Ms. Abdo.
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Number 4 is the chairperson's report.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. First of all, I hope everyone had a nice Thanksgiving. I know I had a good Thanksgiving. I ate good. And I hope everyone have a nice Christmas that's coming up, and Goodfellows is coming up. I think it's next Friday, and next Saturday they'll be selling papers for the city and Goodfellows for a good cause. It's always a good cause from the Goodfellows. Really helped a lot of families, and it just showed a lot of love for our city of Romulus. And earlier, at 6 o'clock, we had a closed session just for attorney opinion. And at 6:45, we had a study session that was drafted some ordinance languages pertaining to temporary usage, special events, peddlers, solicitors, and transit merchants. And we were just going over some of the things that the city can do, cannot do, and merchants that make sure that everything's in proper order to proceed. With that concludes the chairman's report.
Mr. Chair, if I may, I move that we accept your report.
Support.
It's been motioned by Ms. Makowski, supported by Ms. Roscoe, to accept the chairperson's report. Ms. Makowski?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Ms. Choate?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. Motion approved. Thank you.
Number 5 is the mayor's report.
Good evening, council, clerk, and treasurer, and audience. Tonight, under my verbal report, don't have a lot other than we do have the, as you said, tree lighting come up, which is a good event, and Goodfellows papers. Please support those Friday and Saturday. Usually I bring a quote, and I'm not going to do a quote tonight. I had a couple prepared thoughts, and what I'd ask in lieu of a quote, or listen to me read a quote, is if you know somebody that is battling cancer or is in a fight with cancer, take a moment and say a quiet prayer for them. That's what I'd ask that you do tonight. That's it under my verbal report. For under my action tonight, we have a couple items before you. First one is 5A, and what you have, this is in accordance with Public Act 152 of 2011. I'm asking that you adopt, excuse me, the attached resolution to exempt city employees from either of the cost-sharing options for the city's medical benefits plan effective January 1, 2015 through December 31st of 2015.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, Ms. Choate.
I'd be happy to make that motion that we adopt the resolution exempting city employees from either of the cost-sharing options that would be effective January 1st through December 31st of 2015.
Support.
Been motioned by Ms. Choate, supported by Mr. Kraut, to adopt the attached resolution to exempt city employees from either of the cost-sharing option for the city's medical benefit plans effective January the 1st, 2015 through December 31st, 2015. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote. Ms. Choate?
Yes.
Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Makowski?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you, council. Next up is 5B, and if you note, there's 3 different actions that we need to take place to allow us to participate in the FEMA grants. The first one, and these come as recommendations from our Deputy Fire Chief, Kevin Kraus. The first one is a request to authorize the mayor and clerk to enter into a memorandum of understanding with Dearborn Heights Fire Department for the Regional FEMA Assistance Firefighter Grant.
Support, or so moved.
Support.
Been motioned by Ms. Makowski, supported by Ms. Roscoe, to authorize the mayor and clerk to enter into a memorandum of understanding with the Dearborn Heights Fire Department for the Regional FEMA Assistance to Firefighting Grant. Any discussion? Roll call vote. Ms. Makowski?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Ms. Choate?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you, council. The second motion that's on the same item would be a authorization to allow the mayor and clerk to enter into a memorandum of understanding with Northville Township Fire Department for a Regional FEMA Assistance Firefighter Grant.
So moved.
Support.
Support.
A motion by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Ms. Makowski, to authorize the mayor and clerk to enter into a memorandum of understanding with the Northfield Township Fire Department for the Regional FEMA Assistant to Firefighting Grant. Discussion.
One quick question.
Yes, Ms.
If, Kevin, if you'd like just to give a quick overview through the chair, if that's okay?
Sure.
Of the-
Council would like, Kevin,
of
do you want to come
each
up?
just, those 3 motions we got, because we have one more. And it doesn't have to be long and lengthy, just letting people know what each one's for.
Yep. Evening, Council, Mayor, Madam Clerk, Madam Treasurer. To sum it up, every year FEMA opens up the Assistance Firefighter grants, and that is for equipment and training for fire departments. We've noticed the trend over the last couple of years is if you apply for joint grants where multiple agencies can kind of co-op in utilizing the equipment and sharing those capabilities and those same instructors for training situations, that you have a better chance of securing the grants. In order to participate in a regional grant, you have to have letters of understanding for each of the regional grants that you're participating in, and that's what these are for this evening.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Crowe.
Thank you, Kevin.
Mr. Wadsworth,
Yes.
Ms. Makowski,
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe.
Yes.
Mr. Kraut.
Yes.
Ms. Choate.
Yes.
Ms. Abdo.
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you, council. And the last request for that same item is to recognize Deputy Chief Kevin Kraus as the City of Romulus representative for the Regional FEMA Assistance Firefighter Grant Program.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, Ms. Choate.
I'd like to make the motion that we recognize Deputy Chief Kevin Kraus as the City of Romulus representative for the Regional FEMA Assistance to Firefighting Grant.
Support.
Motion by Ms. Choate, supported by Mr. Kraut, to recognize Deputy Chief Kevin Kraut as the City of Romulus representative for the Regional FEMA Assistant to Firefighting Grant. Ms. Choate,
Yes.
Mr. Kraut,
Yes.
Ms. Makowski,
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe.
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth.
Yes.
Ms. Abdo.
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you, council. The last item for action is 5C. In council, what you have before you, as we do every year, is the award of the official publication for newspaper for the city of Romulus per our charter, and you were provided with the bid tabulations from that process.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, Ms. Abdo.
I'd like to make a motion that the city reject all bids related to the official newspaper of the city and direct the administration to reissue a request for proposal for bids to become the official newspaper of the city for the calendar year 2015 because of the error made in providing notice to the correct address of potential bidders. The company that was awarded the official newspaper of the city for 2014 shall continue as the city's official newspaper until council receives the new bids and designates a newspaper as official newspaper for the calendar year 2015.
Support.
It's been motioned by Ms. Abdo, supported by Mr. Wadsworth, that the city reject all bids related to the official newspaper of the city and direct the administration to reissue a request for proposal for bids to become the official newspaper of the city of calendar year 2015 because of the error made in providing notices to the correct address of potential bidders. The company that was awarded the official newspaper of the city for 2014 shall continue as the city official newspaper until council receives the new bids and designates a newspaper as official newspaper for the calendar year 2015. Discussion. Hearing none, roll call vote. Ms. Abdo.
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth.
Yes.
Ms. Choate.
Yes.
Mr. Kraut.
Yes.
Ms. Makowski.
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe.
No.
Chair votes no. A motion approved.
That concludes my report, council. Thank you.
6A is the clerk's report. Under 6A1, for second reading and final adoption is Budget Amendment 1415-11, the Oakwood Industrial SAD Fund. This was introduced at the council meeting of November 24th, 2014, and this is in the amount of $2,061.
So moved. Oh, sorry, please go ahead.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, Roscoe.
I'll make that motion for second reading and final adoption of Budget Amendment 14/15-11, Oakwood Industrial SAD Fund, and that is for the Oakwood Industrial Pump Station Special Assessment District.
Support.
Been motioned by Ms. Roscoe, supported by Ms. Abdo, for second reading and final adoption of the Budget Amendment 14/15-11 at the Oakwood Industrial SAD Fund. Any discussion? Roll call vote. Ms. Roscoe.
Yes.
Ms. Abdo.
Yes.
Ms. Choate.
Yes.
Mr. Kraut.
Yes.
Ms. Makowski.
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth.
Yes.
Chair votes yes. Motion approved.
6A2 for second reading and final adoption is Part 2, Chapter 8, Article 7, entitled Property Maintenance, Sections 8-211 and 8-212 of the Romulus Code of Ordinances. This amendment was introduced at the council meeting of November 24th, 2014.
So moved, Mr. Chairman, for second reading, final adoption of Amendment Part 2, Chapter 8, Article 7, entitled Property Maintenance, Section 8-211 and 212 of the Romulus Code of Ordinance.
Support.
Motion by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Ms. Abdo, for second reading and final adoption of Amendment Part 2, Chapter 8, Article 7, entitled Property Maintenance, Section 8-211 and 8-212 of the Romulus Code of Ordinance. Mr. Wadsworth.
Yes.
Ms. Abdo.
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe.
Yes.
Ms. Makowski.
Yes.
Mr. Kraut.
Yes.
Ms. Choate.
Yes.
Chair votes yes. Motion approved.
6A3 is a study session request from Mayor Leroy Burcroft for Monday, January 5th, 2015, from 6 p.m. until 7:30 p.m., and this is for the presentation of the City of Romulus Visioning Plan. Representatives from Orchard Hills and McClement will participate in the presentation. The requested date and time is available for the study session.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, Ms.
I would
Choate.
like to make a motion that we schedule the study session for January 5th at, did you say 6:15?
6 o'clock.
6 p.m. to 7:30 for the mayor's presentation of the Romulus Visioning Plan.
Support.
Motion-
Excuse me, we're also going to invite other boards and commissions, so if they want to attend, Planning Commission, Recreation Commission, TIFA, DDA, this is the first public presentation since you've approved the vision process. From there, we'll be taking it out and introducing the data to schools and other community groups that are interested. So we'll try to get as many of the boards and commissioners here that same evening. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Been motioned by Ms. Choate, supported by Ms. Roscoe. Study session request from the Mayor Leroy Burcroft for Monday, January the 5th, 2015, for a presentation of the Romulus Vision Plan. And that's from 6 to 7:30. Ms. Choate?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Makowski?
Yes.
Mr. Crowd?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, we'll have a study session.
6A4, the Property Disposition Committee met on October 15, 2014, and is respectfully requesting City Council's approval to amend Part 2, Chapter 2, Article 5, Division 3, Acquisition and Disposition of City-Owned Property, Sections 2-325, 2-326, and 2-327. 2-330 and 2-331 of the Romulus Code of Ordinances. The proposed changes are necessary to ensure compliance with Public Act 123 of 1999.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, Ms. Roscoe?
I'll make that motion to accept introduction of ordinance amending Part 2, Chapter 2, Article 5, Division 3, Acquisition and Disposition of City-Owned Property.
Support. Motion by Ms. Roscoe, supported by Mr. Wadsworth, for introduction of ordinance amended Part 2, Chapter 2, Article 5, Division 3, Acquisition and Disposition of City-Owned Property. Discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote. Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Makowski?
Yes.
Mr. Crowd?
Yes.
Ms. Choate?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Other than communication that I provided to you from Comcast regarding price changes, which will begin January 1st, 2015, that concludes the clerk's report.
Thank you, Madam Clerk.
6B is a treasurer's report.
Good evening, council, mayor, clerk, deputy clerk, and audience. Tax bills were mailed Wednesday, November 26th. All taxpayers should have received their tax bill by today, which is December 1st. If you did not receive your tax bill or you have any questions, please contact the treasurer's office at 734-942-7580. Thank you.
Thank you.
Number 7 is public comment, and this is the portion of our meeting for those in the audience that would like to have comments and remarks before council. If you choose to do so, raise your hand after being acknowledged by our chairperson. We ask that you approach the podium, state your name, your address, and please limit your comments to 3 minutes. We do not have any written requests.
Okay, and from the audience, yes, Reverend Gibb.
Hello, everyone. My name is Bishop Walter L. Starger Jr. I'm the president of the Western Wayne NAACP. First of all, I just want to make sure that everyone knows about our general membership meeting, which we have every month. This one will be coming up in December the 8th, 2014 at 7 p.m. at Christian Faith Ministries, which is located at 27500 Marquette Garden City, Michigan, 48135. It's open to the public. That is the date at 7 p.m., the 8th of December, 27500 Marquette Garden City, Michigan, 48135. And you all are welcome because we do cover this great city of Romulus. Second thing, I'm looking at what the mayor had came out with the item 5C, ITB 141511, official publication of newspaper. Could I possibly get a explanation in writing and why you guys chose to forego the vote today for the publication? I know that you have situations with, as was stated, that a clerical error, but I'd like to have that in writing if I could, please. Again, my address is 4023 Burton, Inkster, Michigan, 48141. Thank you, and God bless everyone today.
Thank you, Reverend Garfield. Mr. Williams, and then
Good evening, Virginia Williams, to the mayor, council. I would just like to know who responsibility was it to make sure that the address for those that put.
Mr. Chairman, I can
Yes.
respond to that. It comes under my report as far as bids. The bid process is done by our purchasing, and they go based on the addresses that were there, and I believe what happened is, they went based on the address that they had, which was no longer a valid address. So that would be under our purchasing department that handles the bids that are sent out and the opening and reading and awarding of those. Thank you.
So you're saying that other companies that was trying to make bid on the newspaper didn't notify the city? They wasn't notified at all about the bidding?
The bids that went out to the current bidders, there was, the current one was not, the notification was not sent to the correct address. That's what happened.
So was the address changed? Because I know with the Eagle or the Associated paper, their address changed?
Correct.
Okay. And they didn't notify the city, and they're the city's publication?
The address that was on file with our purchasing was not the correct address since they had relocated.
Okay, I just wanted to understand why the issue with that. Thank you.
thank you, Virginia. Let's, you want to yield to one more?
As I understand, bids are supposed to be publicized in the newspaper. So exactly, did the Eagle publicize the actual bid for the contract, or who exactly is the actual Romulus newspaper person?
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, ma'am.
the current Associated newspaper, which was adopted last year, is the official newspaper of the city of Romulus. It was advertised in that paper, but as we stated prior, they did not receive the notification, but it was properly advertised in the paper, correct? And it was done in the Associated official newspaper,
And the official newspaper is
the Associated newspaper.
Associated.
Yes,
Thank you very much.
you're welcome.
Okay. Gina? Yeah, you're next. Okay.
Thank you. Good afternoon, or good evening, Mayor and Council, citizens of the city of Romulus. My name is Gina Wilson Stewart, address 10748 West Jefferson, River Rouge, Michigan. And I'm the publisher of the Telegram newspaper. And I did submit a bid to be the official newspaper for the city of Romulus. And you know what? I knew the bid was coming up. Every year it comes up at the same time. I've submitted 4 different times to be the official newspaper. And whether I got the notice from the clerk office to let me know that the bid was coming, I'm also a member of the MINTC, which newspapers are, where you can go online and get the official bid. So there are a lot of ways that you can, if you're on your job and you feel that you should be willing to apply for the bid, that you can find out that the bid is due. So what you're telling me today is that the newspaper that has been the official newspaper for decades didn't know that the bid was coming up. I fail to believe that. I know. That's our job to know. They're your official newspaper. They knew as well. They might have missed the bid, but that happens. If I had missed it, I wouldn't just not have submitted.
And according to the information that was sent to your legal department, they feel bad that the Eagle missed the opportunity to submit a bid. It is unfortunate that even though Associated Newspapers has been our official newspaper for decades, to accept a bid following the bid opening process would not be appropriate. So the legal department has ruled that they should not be allowed to bid for this particular job. But you guys decided today to give them another opportunity. Forget the people who followed the rules. It was in their newspaper. They published a notice that said, get your bids in by the end of October. What else do you need? And for you guys to stand up there and say, oh no, forget the people who followed the rules and did it the correct way. We're gonna just forget what they did and give them another opportunity? How dare you? I'm just floored because this is the fourth time that I stood up here because I know the rules. The last year, the Telegram was the lowest bid, the best circulation, and you didn't award it to the Telegram. You have that right. But do you really have the right to slap somebody in the face who followed the rules? I don't think so. Is that what the citizens would want you to do? So if you miss your deadline, do you get a chance to do it all over again? If the city has to submit a grant to the state of Michigan and the deadline says so-and-so, but you say, oh, they're going to give us another opportunity to do it over again. I don't think the state of Michigan would do that. I don't think you guys should have did that either. You telling me that a paper, who's the official newspaper, who posted the notice, didn't get their paperwork in on time? That's all it is. Because she missed the deadline, but let me just go back real quickly. You know what? If your mail is not sent to you, you know what happens? It comes back to you or is forwarded to your new address. I know when I got the bid from the clerk office, the paperwork came in, I had plenty of time to deal with it. They did too. I'm sure it came back to them in time. So what do you want to do? Next time, now you awarded it to them again just because they have been in the paper for decades and you don't give another person an opportunity? We have been here, the Telegram newspaper, covering the city of Romulus for years. And yet again, this morning, I got the packet, looked online, and it said the Telegram was the lowest bid by $1.50 over the Heritage newspaper, who should be outraged as well. And I said, don't get excited. I said, don't get excited because we're the lowest bid and the best circulation. Don't get excited because something is going to happen. I called my husband, I told him the exact same thing. And lo and behold, you guys decided to pull it out and reject the bids that we put together because we followed the rules. Unacceptable. I do believe it is unacceptable. And I want to know, if they miss the bid the next time, do you give them another opportunity? Or just cancel the bidding process? Why have the other newspapers go through the process of submitting a bid, getting all the paperwork, if you're just going to give it to the paper who's already on record? You're wasting my time. You're wasting my staff's time. You're wasting the Heritage time. You're wasting your time by publishing a notice. Why? Just put on the record that the Associated Press will be the official newspaper for the city of Romulus until they die. Because that's exactly what you guys are doing. Just forget everybody else. And you know what? I do apologize. I know I had 3 minutes, but I'm very passionate about following the rules and getting slapped in the face. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Stewart. Any other comments? No more public comments? Okay, we will close that part out.
8 is unfinished business. 9 is new business. 10 is communication.
Yes, Ms.
Through the chair-
Roscoe.
Through the chair.
Yes.
Couple things. The mayor had already mentioned, we've got the tree lighting Friday night, and also Santa will be at the Progressive Hall. He'll come and light the tree, and then he'll be at the Progressive Hall after that for the kids to come, and you'll be able to get pictures taken and everything over there. And again, you know, remember the Goodfellows, they'll be out Friday and Saturday, and not only remember them, watch for them, because they're usually in intersections and so on and so forth. But also, going through the library's communication letter that they put out, I thought something was really interesting, and I thought it should be out there, and that's the fact that they are gonna start a adult literacy program. And if you're an adult out there and you have problems with your reading skills or you need help, they are going to start a tutoring program. And you can get a hold of the library, find out when that's going to begin. They don't have dates here yet, but I think it's something that should be out there. You should know it's available. And you can call the library at 734-942-7589. And also, they're looking for people that want to volunteer to help tutor. And I think if you're looking for a way to give back and you're good at that, or you're a retired teacher, or just someone who's very good at reading skills and teaching, call the library. Put in a couple of hours here and there. You know, it's always good to help somebody that needs it. You never know who's sitting next to you that needs that extra little bit of help. And also, the library, again, is doing a mitten and hat drive through December 11th. You can drop off new mittens and hats at the library. They have a donation box there to help people that aren't as fortunate. And if we have the kind of winter we had last year, we're all going to need some extra mittens. So other than that, I hope everybody had a good holiday, and holiday season is coming, so I wish everyone well.
Thank you.
If there's no more communication, number 11 is adjournment.
So moved.
Support.
It's been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Ms. Roscoe for adjournment. Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Makowski?
Yes.
Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Ms. Choate?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, we are adjourned. Thank you.